Welcome, dear listener, to this place of peace. Tonight, I invite you to drift into a dream beyond the clouds, into a forgotten empire nestled beneath the stars. This is your peaceful space to unwind, to breathe, and to wander through soft, silken tales of another time. So dim the lights, tuck in gently, and let your thoughts settle with a quiet hum of memory. And tonight's story is called The Astronomer of the Nine Hills, a gentle tale of one quiet stargazer, a soul who mapped the skies, not for power or fame, but to remember what the earth once lost. In the grand tapestry of the cosmos, his story might be just a single thread. Let's embark on this journey and follow the soft sound of his footsteps. But, oh, how vital that thread is, a beacon of hope in the vast expanse of the universe. And nestled among them lay the city of Dharam, once proud, now quiet like a memory spoken only in dreams. His words were written, not spoken, sketched in chalk on stone, in ink on papyrus, and stars upon parchment. For Lao Ren believed the sky was not above us, but within us, that every fallen kingdom left a trail in the stars if one only knew how to read them. Here, under the flickering oil lamps and watchful moon, lived a humble astronomer named Lao Ren. He found it exactly where the sky had said, a stone observatory hidden under centuries of silence. Its walls still bore the carvings of star maps, older than ink, with names spoken only by the stars. One night, the stars shifted in such a way that a circle was completed. Not in the sky, but in his map. The stars above mirrored the hills below. But the maps Lao Ren made survived, passed quietly to a few who still watched the stars with reverence. And at the center, a dot that had never been drawn. On one particularly still evening, when the sky turned lavender and the moon seemed to wait, Lao Ren climbed the hill one last time. He wasn't just any astronomer, mind you. Oh no. You had to become an astronomer of the Nine Hills by choice. By studying the stars, the secrets they share are carried on the winds of time, rustling through leaves and waves, a lullaby to those who listen closely. He wandered from town to town, never staying long, always searching for something. He didn't know what. At first, it was just small talk, nothing special, just a hello and how are you. He was feeling it, understanding its language, embracing the rhythm of the cosmos that coursed through his veins. He learned the language of nature, the song of the wind, the dance of the rain, the heartbeat of the earth. And every night, he would climb to the top and greet the moon, sharing his discoveries with her, his heart overflowing with joy and wonder. And when you wake, may the first light bring a smile to your face and the warmth of the sun to your heart. For you are part of this grand tapestry, woven with stardust and dreams, forever connected to the celestial dance above. That's how Marin became the astronomer of the 9 hills, not because he wanted to be, but because he had to be, because the moon chose him. But as the nights went by, his conversations grew deeper, more meaningful. He shared his hopes and dreams, his fears and sadness, and the moon listened patiently, offering comfort and solace. Then, one day, he came across the 9 hills. It was love at first sight. The wind sang through the grass, the trees whispered ancient tales, and the moon, oh, the moon bathed the landscape in its silvery light, calling out to him like a long-lost friend, and learning their language by embracing the rhythm of the cosmos and letting it guide your soul. Let your dreams rise like the hills and your thoughts drift like starlight. Feel the moon's gentle embrace, the rhythm of the cosmos within you. For you, too, are an astronomer, a keeper of the stars, a friend of the moon. Embrace your connection to the universe. Let it guide you, comfort you, inspire you. It wasn't about power or prestige. It was about understanding. And Marin understood the stars better than anyone. But even now, if you climb any of the 9 hills and look up during the hush before dawn, you might still see a single lantern in the stars, gently reminding the earth what it once knew. Not in words, you understand, but in feelings, in emotions, in the language of the universe itself. They say the moon would blush, turning from silver to gold, and the stars would wink, sending their greetings down to earth. They simply lit a single lantern and raised it skyward, not to shine, but to align. And for a brief moment, every star in his maps returned to its place, as if time had folded inward in quiet gratitude. Long ago, beneath 9 moonlit hills, an ancient city whispered to the stars, and one man listened. He listened with ink, with patience, and with wonder. For he was the keeper of their memory, the last of his kind, and it was his sacred duty to record the heavens above. His name was Marin, and he was known as the astronomer of the 9 hills. They say that if you listen very carefully, if you climb the tallest hill at night, he carried no telescope, only an aged scroll passed down from a teacher who had vanished with time, and a brass instrument shaped like a crescent moon. And if the stars align just so, you can hear the whisper of the ancients, their stories carried on the wind. You can almost feel the rhythm of their long-forgotten drums echoing in your heart. As he traced constellations, he saw outlines not of gods or beasts, but cities now buried, rivers long dried, and towers swallowed by the sands. Each dot he drew connected ruins he had never seen, yet felt as if he'd walked through in dreams. Every night he climbed the tallest hill, and there, beneath the velvet cloak of night, sprinkled with more diamonds than mortal eyes could count, he traced constellations onto his maps. Each line, each curve, each perfect arc was a verse in a language older than time. Each star, a face from his people's past. Each constellation, a story of their glorious past. To him, the heavens were a mirror reflecting the wisdom of ages, a mirror he was destined to polish. The city had long fallen silent, its people scattered like dust in the wind. But he held their stories close, ensuring that their voices echoed through the ages. A language that sang of cosmic dust and the birth of suns. He charted the courses of comets, the dance of the planets, the silent waltz of the moons. His ink-stained fingers moved with the precision of celestial bodies, his heart beating in time with the pulse of the universe. For him, the sky was not a map, but a memory. His maps became a legacy, a testament to a people who once looked to the stars and dreamed. And if you're very, very lucky, you might just catch a glimpse of the astronomer, the keeper of their memories, tracing the stars with his ancient ink, keeping the flame of their culture alive. As the last of his kind, he shows us that even the tiniest light can break through the darkest night. In the cradle of a forgotten land, beyond the edge of known maps, rose 9 gentle hills, shaped like sleeping giants. He did not speak much. Each night, he climbed the tallest of the 9 hills, called the listening stone, and waited for the sky to whisper its secrets. The city below had long forgotten the names of its founders, but Marin believed with quiet certainty that the stars remembered. Marin's quiet quest was not to discover new stars, but to uncover what the old ones saw. By candlelight, he redrew the 9 hills over and over, matching their curves with lunar paths, a forgotten chamber buried beneath the hills. With his heart thudding, not with fear, but calm wonder, Maran gathered his tools and descended, lantern in hand. He spent nights reading, not aloud, but in breath and stillness, understanding the language of the ancients, not through translation, but feeling. Years passed, therein changed. People left, winds reshaped the hills. He never sought to be known. His name was etched only on one final parchment, tucked beneath a brass crescent and a folded robe. He did not speak. He was never seen again. In a world where the sun and moon took turns ruling the sky, there lived a man who loved the moon more than the sun. You see, Marin lived at the top of the 9 hills, a hill so tall it almost touched the moon. Every night, under a blanket of velvety darkness studded with diamonds, he would sit on his hill and talk to the moon. And so, dear dreamer, the stars whisper on, not to be heard, but remembered. Now, Maron wasn't always an astronomer. Once upon a time, he was just a young man who felt lost in the world. So he climbed to the top and sat down. And when the sun dipped below the horizon, he looked up at the moon and he talked. Before long, he wasn't just talking to the moon. He spent his days exploring the hills, talking to animals, plants, rocks, and streams, all of them whispering their secrets to him. And now, dear dreamer, I invite you to join us. Good night, traveler of quiet skies. May your slumber be soft and your night be long. Thank you for sharing this peaceful moment with me. Until next time, may the stars light your path and the moon guard your sleep.